What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all are doing good, taking care of yourselves, doing what you need to do in order to survive in this world. So, my birthday just passed, and I realized that I need to do more. Like I explained it in the last video, that I'm not doing enough. And to really do more, I really need to change into a whole different person. So in high school, I used to smoke every day. Every single day, I used to smoke. And I didn't drink. I would only smoke. And I would smoke every day. And that's not normal. And I didn't have any problems. I didn't have any problems to where I needed to smoke every day. It was something to do when I was bored, and weed calms you down. So I would smoke weed whenever I was angry to calm down, but for the most part, I was smoking weed because smoking weed was cool. I was smoking weed because it's something to do. I wasn't smoking weed because really you're supposed to smoke weed to calm down, but I wasn't doing that. I would do that here and there, but I wasn't using it for what it really should be used for. But like I said, I used to smoke every day, and I didn't need to smoke that much, but I still did it because I didn't understand that I could be doing things that I like doing, like boxing. Like I could be boxing or drawing. That's one of my hobbies. Like I'm very good at drawing, so I could be drawing instead of smoking. I could be listening to music and just listening to music instead of smoking. But instead, I chose to smoke. And like I said, I would smoke every day without even having actual problems. Because if I had actual problems, it would make sense why I would smoke every day. But then again, I'm still a teenager in high school. So there's really no need for me to be smoking, period. There's no reason for me to be smoking every single day. But in order for me to change who I am, I stopped smoking, and I'm not drinking. I'm not a drinker anyways. I drink here and there. I've only been to the club a few times. I'm a homebody. I don't really like going outside. I really stay inside. It's not that I don't like going outside. It's just that I'm an introvert, and yeah, I don't know. I like staying inside. If I was doing what I needed to do, and I had money to go outside and go do activities like golfing, paintball, like paintball shooting, shit, like going to Six Flags more often and stuff like that. I would do it, but I still wouldn't do it as much because I'm still a homebody. Yeah, I really need to do better, and there's a lot of people out there that can do better too. And you can really change how you see things. You can change for the better in your life when you actually apply yourself and you really do what you need to do and put that first instead of doing what you want to do. And and having what you want to do as a having it as a need, like in your mind. So you wanting to do this is you needing to do it because that's how you feel. But it shouldn't be about how you feel. Obviously, your feelings are important. But as a grown individual, especially if you have children, to be honest, like, fuck your feelings. You gotta worry about your kids. You gotta think about your kids all the time. Like, if you're doing something negative that you know you shouldn't be doing, you should think about your kids. Would you want them doing what you're doing? Is this beneficial to you? Is it beneficial to your children? In the long term, will this last? Like, is this positive long term? You gotta think about things like that. Like I said in the last video, I used to smoke cigarettes. I think it's been like, it's been 2 days, which isn't nothing, you know? But eventually it's gonna turn into a month. A month's gonna turn into 3 months. 3 months is gonna turn into 6 months. Because again, at some point in your life, you have to realize that you cannot play around anymore. You can't just sit around and, you know, go with the flow. You gotta do what you got to do. And you shouldn't really need anybody else to tell you that. Because we really have what we need in order for us to do better. But you need to see that. You need to speak the positive thing. I think that speaking things into existence really helps. And I think that it really does wonders. And when you speak negative things into existence, I think that it's more likely to happen, because the tongue is like a sword, you know. It's very powerful. Yeah, speaking things into existence, like, that's nothing to play around with. You know, you should really, I think that I need to stop saying you should or you need. I think that most people should speak things into existence, because I believe that it can help you a lot. One thing that I believe will change how I am positively is the fact that I believe in God. And personally, for me, whenever I pray and I actually work hard towards what I want and I focus on what I need to be doing, eventually my prayers become true. And that's just me personally. That's why I believe in a God. I don't know if God is a man. I don't know if God is a woman. I've never seen God, so I'm not going to say God is a man, God is a woman, God is a tree. I have no idea. But what I do know is that whenever I pray and I work hard towards whatever I want, whatever I need in this life, I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed. And I believe that there is a higher power, and I will continue to pray. I will continue to pray in the morning and right before I go to sleep. So I feel like sometimes you really have to change who you are completely in order for you to do better in life. And I'm not saying go Muslim and change your name and, you know, find a religion that speaks to you. You don't have to find a religion. But I think that if you believe in a higher power, you will go farther than those who don't believe in a higher power, because you believe in something that's beyond you. And personally, I think that this gotta start from somewhere. You know, like, it can't just, like, it gotta start somewhere, man. I think it has to start somewhere. But like I said, in order for people to change, sometimes you really have to just change who you are. You know, instead of doing what you used to do that was very negative, you do the opposite. Instead of not exercising, push yourself and exercise. Like, when I was really big, I did calisthenics. Even though I was big, I still did calisthenics, and I do calisthenics to this day. I don't go to the gym. The only time I went to the gym was when I was in Job Corps, and that was for a year. I went to Job Corps again for a few months. I couldn't continue because of personal issues, but that's the only time in my life I've been to the gym. That 1 year in Job Corps, came out and went back, and I was in Job Corps for a few months. Besides that, I do straight calisthenics. Like I said, even when I was big, I had man titties. Like, I had a big stomach. I was big in high school, and one day I said, you know what? I'm tired of looking like this. I'm tired of feeling like this. Every time I go up the stairs, I'm tired. One time going up the stairs to go to my class, I'm tired. Coming down the stairs, I'm tired. Not going back up, coming back down, just going up and coming down. I'm tired. So fatigued. And I was like, nah, this gotta change. Something gotta happen. You gotta do something. Stop thinking about exercising. Exercise. Do it. Stop thinking about it. You think about it way too much. What else do you need to think about? Just do it. Do the push-up. Do the jump. Do what you need to do. So that's what I did. I started doing push-ups. I couldn't even do 10. Seriously, I couldn't even do 10 push-ups. I couldn't do 10 straight push-ups. I don't even remember if I could do 8 when I first started. But I started somewhere. I think I could probably do like 5, so I do 5 here and there, you know, like, I think for the most part, I was jogging. And actually, when I started exercising, I was boxing. And that's where the calisthenics came into play, because boxing, for the most part, well, for me, for where I was boxing, it was mostly like calisthenics. I wasn't lifting weights. I could lift weights if I wanted to, but I didn't. I was doing straight calisthenics. You know, jump rope, push-ups, sprinting, mountain jumps, mountain. What do you call it? I don't think it's not mountain jumps. I think mountain climbs. You know, working on the pads, cardio. So, like I said, I was doing calisthenics even when I was big. You can start. You can change yourself for the better. You can really change yourself for the better. You just have to start, you know? You have to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere. And it doesn't matter if the progress is slow. Progress is progress. It doesn't matter about the speed. As long as you're doing better and you know that you're doing better, that's what should matter. If you have kids, you know that you're doing better, and your kids realize that you're doing better. You can see that in them. that's all you should be worried about. Like right now, that's what all I'm worried about is getting myself right, so I can take care of my family properly. I appreciate y'all watching my videos. You know, the 10 of y'all, I appreciate y'all watching my videos. Like I said, I will be posting videos once every week. Hope y'all been taking care of yourselves. Man, peace.